Example 2 on law of definite proportions. What is law of definite proportions says? In a compound, any compound will always have same elements combined in the fixed proportion by mass ratio irrespective of the method of their preparation. So irrespective in what way the compound is prepared, the compound always contains same elements in fixed proportions by mass ratio. So we are going to prove that particular one in two ways. One is either if I take the mass ratio of the elements in the compound, that should remain same, or the percentage composition of the elements in the two compounds, that should remain same. So let us go in one way. First we'll see the first data. What is given? 1.375 grams of cupric oxide. So the data we are going to talk about the compound cupric oxide, CuO. This is of 1.375 grams. This is reduced to give copper, which is of weight 1.098 grams. So if it is copper, the remaining will be oxygen. Let us keep it aside. Second case, copper was converted to cupric oxide by ignition process. The weight of cupric oxide which was converted is 1.476. So in the second case, copper cupric oxide is 1.476 grams, starting with the 1.179 grams of copper, which is coming from the copper, which is of 1.179 grams. So let us go with this particular one. How to solve this type of question? Let us see. The question gives you the method 1. Let us take the first method. In this, we have CuO giving you Cu. In the first case, it is 1.375 grams of CuO giving you 1.098 grams of Cu. In the second case, what we have, Cu is giving you CuO. Cu is giving you CuO, where here we have copper is 1.179 giving you 1.476 grams. Now, what will be the mass of oxygen in the case will be equals to mass of CuO minus mass of Cu, which is equals to 1.375 minus 1.098, which will be equals to 0.227 grams. In this case, mass of oxygen will be equals to 1.476 minus 1.179. In this case, it is equals to 0.297 grams. So if you take mass ratio of copper is to oxygen, mass ratio, if I take the mass ratio in the first case will be 1.098 is to 0.227, which is equals to, you will be getting 3.96. If I take in the second case, Co is to O will be equals to 1.179 is to 0.279. In this case, also we get 3.96. So irrespective in what way we get CuO, whether we are using CuO in this method or CuO in the second method, whether it is the first method or in second method, in both the cases we get the same mass ratio with respect to copper and oxygen. Also, I can go with another way. What is another ways? Finding out percentage of oxygen in each case. Finding out the percentage of oxygen in each case. What is the percentage of oxygen is equals to mass of oxygen by the total mass of CuO into 100. So how do we get this in the first one? Percentage oxygen is equals to mass of oxygen. How much we got in the previous case? Mass of oxygen is 1.375 minus 1.098 by 1.375 into 100, which is equals to 0.277 by 1.375 into 100, which will be equals to 20.14% approximately. Coming into the second case, if I go with the second method, percentage oxygen is equals to, in this case, 1.476 minus 1.179 by 1.476 into 100. In this case, we will be getting 0.297 by 1.476 into 100, which will be ending up 20.12%. In both the cases, we see 20% percentage of oxygen is 20%, which is same in both the cases. Same in both the cases. So the two ways we can determine: case 1, percentage of copper is to oxygen remains constant. Number second method, oxygen percentage remains constant. In any way we can prove that the above data obey law of definite proportions.